Alright, we're off. Oh, that was a long, sleepless night. Frickin' wind was blowing. Tent felt like somebody was taking a paper plate and hit me on the head with it. Oh, it was just really windy last night. Not much sleep. A couple hours here and there. That was about it, but that's the price you pay for camping in New Mexico in April in the windstorms. But hey, not a bad view to wake up to. But we're in a totally different unit today. I get to film a whole lot last night. We were scrambling to get tent set up and stuff packed up for dark. And we're off at Adam this morning. This is kind of a spot that a guy that I just randomly ran into at work elk hunted up here. Shot a really nice bull. Said he saw sheds all over the place. So we're gonna give it a day's shot up here and see if we can come up with anything. Really looks like pretty nice, easy country to walk. So we're a little excited if we could find some horns in here. But it's kind of risky because we left horns to get up here. So yeah, we're just gonna hike our butts off today again and hopefully come out just as heavy as I was yesterday. Man, I was beat down last night. My pack was probably 80 pounds at least. And it was just heavy, heavy, heavy. I was pretty beat when I got back to the truck last night. Ran out of water and everything else. I got 4 liters on today. So we can chug water all day. But we're just gonna get up in here, see what we can find. It's a really, really big area, so I'm gonna try to get at least mile and a half in here before I even start looking, really. Get up on top and see what we got for sign, go from there. We'll just keep hiking. You gotta put the work in. You can come out here and camp and only walk a mile from the road, but I really think you gotta get in here a couple miles and get past all the guys that think they're shed hunting and they're only a mile in. So we're just gonna keep marching. Here you got some elk and deer tracks on the main road, so that's a good sign. Chris said he's not seeing a whole lot of sign where he's at, but we aren't very far off the road either, so just keep hiking. All right, we're in here about a mile and a half right now from the truck. Oh, I'm gonna start my ascent. Looks kind of jagged and rocky and just way different from the last unit we're in, but I haven't seen a whole lot of sign yet, so I don't know what to think. I'm gonna get up on this hillside and see if we find some sign. Kitty tracks. Oh, that's insane. I don't know. I'm not going to bust off any much too further until I start getting into some more elk sign, but it's pretty cool right now. But man, those are some big old cat tracks. Big hands. Those are fresh too. gonna stay away from the edge. I mean, incredible views up here, but there's a water tank down there. I don't know, I'm just not seeing the sign I should be seeing, that's for sure. This might be a short trip in here. I'm gonna work my way back towards Chris and try to get in radio contact with him and see if he's got any sign. But I mean, I got a good 3-mile hike around just to get back into where I came in, but I don't know, just doesn't look the best. Just keep hiking, I guess. I just talked to Chris and we're bailing out of here. There's just not enough sign. I haven't seen one single rub up here. I haven't seen anything. I mean, I was 2 miles from the truck to start, and it's just like ghost town. I mean, a few tracks here and there, and I've seen more cat tracks than I've seen anything. So I'm just gonna shoot across this and side hill the south slope down. Who knows, maybe we'll find something, but there's just no sign. That is, doesn't look good. There's a lot better stuff for that we can be walking. So instead of wasting all day, we're just gonna hike the heck out of here and find greener pastures. What do you do? I mean, not every day is gonna be a bumper day, but yeah. I'm gonna look at my Onyx, see the best route to get out of here, the easiest and the quickest, and we're just gonna straight beeline it right for the truck. I got 4.5 miles in already. God, that's such a huge waste. Just sucks when something doesn't pan out, for sure. Yeah, buddy. Mexico's a beast. Thumbs down. Yeah, there's just not much sign.
I wonder if they kind of went the fresh tracks or just some few coming back.
Yeah,
There's just no shit. There's nothing to stay in there.
Oh. Well, we got on this back road and we're thinking that we probably shouldn't drive through that, so we're going to try to somehow turn around. I don't know, maybe you could pull ahead a little more up there. I think that's the best option. Alright, we're back off hiking. I don't have any of this area downloaded, so I'm kind of going blind, but I took a screenshot of Chris's elevations, but I still have my tracking mode on my phone so I can just track my route. The plan is to go hike an hour and then check in and see what we're finding for sign. We'll go from there. Let's go find some elk sheds. I'd like to see some more scat and some rubs and stuff like that. Well, Chris just chimed in and said he found a little bitty deer shed. And I'm way back up in this face. Oh, I just don't see any freaking sign back here at all. Awesome. Sweet.
Just a 5-point, but it's probably like the same frame as that brown you found. On the board, buddy.
Awesome.
Oh, I gotta just here. He's just mint. He ain't got a chip off. Dang it.
I don't know, I'll just keep walking. I knew I was prepared to get my butt kicked today by him, but yeah, he's killing it today. I can't find squat. Zigging and zagging. Oh man. I have just been nothing but negativity. Chris's scoop too. I have not seen sign. I haven't seen, it just hasn't even looked good. I mean, this grass and stuff looks cool, but it's just been a struggle for me. I'm on the struggle bus. But we got a big old brownie right here. Awesome. That's a really cool bull. Really cool bull. Wow, really nice, dude. That's my biggest brown by far. Oh, my legs are sore. I'm beat up. Well, they aren't sore, they're just tired, but good Lord, thank God I found one. Maybe it's the match to Chris's, I don't know, but man, that sucker is awesome. Yeah. A little short on his top, but yeah, buddy. I probably got over 10 miles in today, so hey, we're gonna get Chris on the radio, and we're gonna see what his looks like, but see if it's a right or left side. Man, what an awesome bull. That is freaking awesome. Man, look at that front. Oh my gosh. That sucker is huge. Yeah. Oh, about time. Oh, shed hunting's a crazy sport. I'm just gonna make some nice big loops around here and start small and widen them out and see if we can't, who knows, maybe we'll pick up, maybe it's a different bull. I don't know that. I don't know what his looks like, so yeah, we're just gonna make some circles. No dice so far. Made about 6 laps around that. I just don't get why we found 3 brown ones up here, that there isn't an old shed laying around somewhere. Just odd. I'm gonna give it about another hour searching in here, and then my tired legs are gonna work their way back to the truck. But I don't know, I'm not gonna give up quite yet. And it'd really be nice to match that guy up. I'm gonna have to go back through there one more time, and then it's adios amigo till tomorrow. Dang, that wind's gotta be blowing 50 mile an hour. Crazy. We're officially heading down the mountain here pretty quick. I got about a half mile of a flat. Then we drop down to the truck. We're about 45-minute hike out. Super pumped for Chris, man. He got 2 browns today. That's awesome. He's on the board, so I'm sure he's super relieved. But yeah, super tough day for me. Tomorrow's another day. We made her. We beat Chris though. I'm sure he's still hard on looking on horns. But My legs are cooked. I did 5.5 miles this morning. And a lot of elevation. Onyx tracker. 6 miles this afternoon. It's a big day in the mountains in elevation. But it was well worth the one brown. I'd rather have that than 4 crappy ones, so. Yeah, we'll just sit here and chill out and wait for Chris to get back. I'm beat. I don't think it's the same one for sure.
Yeah, mine might be.
Yeah, your fronts are way shorter. The tops are way bigger. Well, you found an old one, no. You had a good afternoon. There's my measly one. Chris is stacking them up. And that is a nice shit. A funky one there. Alright, we got a game plan. We hunted the Gila, we hunted the Apache, now we're gonna go to Cibola. See you there. Alright, well, we are motel bound tonight, which is not a bad thing. We got a shower, which felt super amazing. And we're doing taters and perch tonight. Ooh, yum. Weather conditions are gonna get drastic tomorrow. High of 39, I believe. 40-mile-an-hour winds, so we're gonna eat, tidy up, bed, shed hunting tomorrow. See you in the AM. All right, we're off. Day, what is it? Day 3.5, 4.5. It's gonna be a mean one today. Super windy, only a high of 39 or something. Not gonna be a nice day. Have to keep moving. Taking boot tracks already. Oh, we just parted ways for the day. And seen bear tracks, human tracks, bobcat tracks, everything right away, but I still got foot tracks in front of me. That's all right, it's huge up in here. It only seems like a couple tracks, so I'm not too worried about it. We're just gonna get in here a good mile or so and then start looking. Yeah, hopefully today, not that today, yesterday was a bad day, but I would take one brown today. But I'm gonna get some numbers today. I'm gonna try to get way back in here if I can. Well, it's gonna be cold, it's gonna be windy. It's gonna be a tough day. There's gonna be a lot of elevations up and down. It's steep in here, so we'll just keep one foot in front of the other. Sucking wind. Oh, upward and onward. All right, we're up on this face now. It's steep getting up in here, but yeah, it's gonna be a fun day. We got so much area we could cover. I lost the boot tracks already. Don't get discouraged when you see boot tracks coming in, because it doesn't matter. It's just so vast and big in these areas. You couldn't cover this whole section in 2 months, maybe your lifetime. It's so big. Yeah, we're gonna cut cross country and get on the south slope here pretty soon. We're kind of on a west hillside, which ain't bad either, but I like south, so keep going. All right. You know what that means? elk shed. Heck yeah. On the board, it's an old one though. I was like, dang, there's gotta be something on the south face, and awesome. That's a pretty cool one. Not huge, but sweet, man. Heck yeah. That's old, a little chalky, but we are on the board today. That's what I'm talking about. So I'm saying you can't get too discouraged about boot tracks. You just got to get in there. But how awesome. Oh. Nice, pretty white. Nice 6-point. Yeah, pretty awesome. Very cool. Good start to the day. We're on our second little mountainside here, and yeah. Awesome. Number 11 for the trip. Here, I'm gonna get this guy loaded up, and I'm gonna drop a little elevation here and search a little bit more of this out, see if we can't match this guy up. This Cibola is freaking steep, but how awesome. We're on the board. Oh, I'm never so happy to get out of those rocks. That sucked. That is just torture on your feet. Oh. Well, we've rounded the side of the mountain. And I'm just going to slowly side hill my way down into the drainage that we walked up in, and we're going back to the truck. I'm cooked after that little rock spree for a mile. Disappointing. Just haven't seen the sign. That's for sure. Oh, I just talked to Chris. He said he had a couple old crappy sheds. He said same thing. Not much sign. Just did not see fresh hardly anything, so that kind of sucks, but I like to think that we covered that area pretty good. At least he got a couple. That's awesome.
For sure, when you had that one right away, you couldn't have been back in very far.
I know. Actually, the most sign I've seen was close to here. Farther I got away, nothing.
Buried in a wash. I don't even know how I seen that 10 inches worth.
Well, you didn't get skunked. God, I saw tons of deer sign too.
Did you?
I was up in one draw and there's just crap everywhere, and I'm like, oh, I'm gonna hit some sheds. No.
For the whole entire push to it.
That's exactly what I said when I was up on the hills. I'm like, we gotta get to the top end of this unit. Right to where they gotta jump off the edge.
Yep.
I don't know, at noon, like I I just hit a wall and I was just like,
Yeah.
I didn't feel good. And I'm like, I ate some ramen and had a couple snacks. And then I was like jittery and I'm like, oh God. And I was just like, just keep walking.
That's all I'm playing. It's just a second.
Yeah, well, cool. At least we got a few.